Yes, Michael. What's up, guys? Learning with Rich here. So in this video, let's talk about the basic of families. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss. So this is a continuation of what we have started last time. The first topic that we have for this Revit MEP training session is the user interface. Now, the second topic that we're going to talk about is families. Okay, families. So families are groups of similar elements. So you use a large number of predefined families in your project. So you can define or you can modify these predefined families to better suit project requirements. And you can also create new families for your projects by using specific templates for, let's say, mechanical equipment, plumbing fixtures, or electrical equipment, which is this one. So let's say you want to create your own family. So you can go to the file and then you can look for family. And then you will now be able to see here the template. Okay. So you can create new families for your projects by using these templates. Like for example, for let's say you want to create a mechanical equipment. So you just need to look for mechanical equipment template, which is this one. Okay, or let's say you want to create an electrical equipment. So there's a template for mechanical electrical equipment. Okay, so you only create a new family if you really do not have the specific family that you needed for your project. But best practice, you just need to use what is the available family in your project. Okay, so to create and modify families to include in your project, so you use a family editor for that. Okay, so like for example, I'm going to select an electrical equipment template here. So if I select that, take note that the template file extension is .rft. Okay, so let me open this one and then I select open. All right, so as you can see, the environment will change. So this is the environment that you use to create and modify families to include in your project. So you use this what we call family editor. So the family editor is a graphical editing mode in Revit in which you can open a template like what we did to start creating a family. So the template may include multiple views, just like this one. You already have the floor plan, you already have the ceiling plan, you have the 3D view, and then you also have the elevation. So you can also provide information that may be used for later scheduling. Okay, so but this is not what we are going to do. We have a separate topic for creation of family. So I'm just showing you this family editor. So this is what we use to create and modify families that we would like to include to our project. All right. So I'm going to close all the inactive view. So I'm going to click this one and then I'm now going to close this one. So we are not going to create that. Now going back to our project here, to our topic. So our topic is about family. So again, family are group or families are group of similar elements. So it is a collection of elements that have same construction, use, and graphical representation. If you take a look here at the project browser, you will see that you have families there. So if you expand that, okay, so if you expand, you will see here all the categories of families. Like for example, you have the air terminals category. If I expand that, I can see that I have here different types of air terminal. Okay, and then if I expand that, for example, the exhaust grill, this is the instance. I have here the 600 by 600 face, 300 by 300 connection exhaust grill. Okay, so if I expand here the return diffuser type, so I have one type here. The supply diffuser, I have two types here. The supply diffuser sidewall, I have one. So basically, these families that you are seeing here on the project browser, these are the family that is currently loaded inside your project. Okay, so all the families that you will see here, it's already loaded here in your project and ready for you to use. Okay, so again, a family is a collection of elements that have same construction, use, and graphical representation. So elements within a family may have different parametric values, but the set of parameters are the same, including their names and meanings. So like, for example, I also have here, uh, what else? Mechanical equipment. So I can expand the mechanical equipment. So I have different types of mechanical equipment here. Okay, there you go. So again, these are already loaded inside your project and ready for you to use. Okay, all right. So you just need to browse your project browser and then look for the families here. Okay, so what are the different types of family? Okay, because every family can contain multiple types of elements, like what I have shown you here on our air terminal. So you have this uh, so many types of air terminals. And also if I go to the lighting fixtures, this one, if I expand that, so as you can see, I have here several types or multiple types of elements, such as I have here the pendant type, I have a recess type, and I also have sconce type here that might be created based on their use or shape. Okay, so those are the different types of the family. For example, for lighting fixture. Okay, so now, what are the different uh, types of families when it comes to category? All right, so the first type of the family, okay, is component family. Okay, so remember this one because this component family, system family, they are part of the examination. Okay, so in the examination, it will ask you what are the different types of families. Okay, so the answer there is component, system families, and in-place families. Okay, so let's first discuss the component family. Component family is just like this one, just like what you have here on the project browser. So these are example of component families, also referred to as loadable families. So component families and loadable families, they are just the same. Okay, it includes common components and symbol used in the building design that have standard sizes, configurations, and parameters. So most families are component families. Okay, so for example, so this is an example of component families. And then if I go to electrical equipment, so this is also an example of component families. Why? Because they are loadable families. Any family that you can load inside the project, okay, or any family that you have created using the family editor, so that is a component family or loadable family. Okay, so you can create component families by using the family templates or by loading existing component families into the project. So if you select load family, for example, I go to the casework or let's say cable tray, and then I have the fittings there. So these are all loadable families. So remember, any family that you can load inside a project is loadable family. So now that's the first type of family. So we have the loadable or component family. The second type of family is system families. Okay? So system families have different or I mean have predefined parameters and graphical representations. So what are these families? What are these example of system families? These families includes your ducts, dimension, pipes, wiring, and levels, for example. So if I go to the system, duct here, so this is an example of system family. Okay, if I select your duct, if I click that, and then I go here on the type properties, you will see that it is a system family. So your doc is an example of system family. Now, if I'm going to terminate this by selecting modify, so if I go to the system again, and then I select this time air terminal. So if I select air terminal, and then I go to the type properties, you will notice there is no system family here. Why? Because air terminal is an example of loadable or component family. And another way to distinguish if the family is loadable or system, loadable family, whenever you select, you will see load family here. Remember? Take a look. I'm going to terminate that. So I'm going to select, let's say, plumbing fixture. So I select plumbing fixture. Oh, so this is what will happen if there is no plumbing fixture loaded in your project. So the mere fact that it is asking for you if you would like to load one plumbing fixture is that plumbing fixture is a type of loadable family or component family. You see, because I can load it. So if I select yes, I'll be going to the library. So let's say I look for plumbing fixtures, MEP fixture. So let's say lavatory. Oops, lavatories. So I select all of this, and then I select here open. So you will notice it's now loading because it is being loaded inside your project. So as you can see, it's now loaded here. And then if I'm going to take a look at the mode here, so there is an option here, load family. So that is one distinguishing factor that you can take a look if the family is loadable or system family. Whenever you see that load family, definitely that family is loadable or component family. So if I'm going to select here duct, you will see that there is no load family here. Okay? So for example, I select pipe. I select pipe. All right, so pipe is not a loadable family because there is no load family option here. And then if I go to the type properties, you can see that it is a system family. And take note, if you remember just now, we loaded our plumbing fixture. It will now be added here on the project browser under families, right? So if you take a look at the plumbing fixture, there you go. So it's now here, right? So a while ago, we don't have this plumbing fixture, but after we loaded it, it will now be added here on the list of your project browser families. So these are the family of lavatories or plumbing fixture that is loaded inside your project. How about duct fitting? Is it a system family or loadable family? Let's check out. So I select this one. All right, so there is an option here, load family. So meaning to say your duct fitting is an example of component family or loadable family. Okay, the system family, the system families are not available as external files for loading into a project, and you cannot create them. Okay, you cannot create a wall. Well, you can create a representation of wall and call it as a wall, but it's not actually a system family. That is another type of family, which is what I'm going to talk about later on. Okay, so how about wall? So I go to architecture, I select wall. Is it a component family or system family? So let's check out. Just click. All right, so there is no load family here. So meaning to say wall is an example of what? System family. Why? Because there is no load option. Okay? So that's the distinguishing factor. So every time you see a load family, so that is a loadable family or component family. Okay? Of course, you can modify the existing system families to suit the project requirements or company standards. So you can use again the predefined system family to generate new types within that family in our project, which is what I'm going to show to you as we move on our discussion. Okay? Right. So, the third type of a family is what you call in-place family. All right, so in-place family is a special type of component family, and it is specific to the project in which it is created and edited. So for example, you have different style of air terminal. So for example, this air terminal, you are not going to use this to your other project. So this is only specific in this project. So instead of creating a family of that, instead of creating a family of that specific air terminal, since I will only use it in this project, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select here from here model, yeah, this one. So from the systems tab, model, click the drop down, you will see here model in place. Okay, so it creates a component that is unique to the project. So the component or the in-place family exists only in context of the current project, and it cannot be loaded into other projects. Okay, you cannot load it. Okay, you can copy and paste, but you can there is no load family option for model in place. So this is only specific in the project where you have created it. Okay, so this is the third type of in place. This is a third type of the family, which is in place family. This is a special type of component family, and it is specific to the project in which it is created and edited. Okay, so if you want to create your in place family, you just need to select model in place, and then you just need to select here the category of the family or in place family that you are going to create. So if you are going to select air terminal and then you select OK, you just need to put your name here. You can put custom air terminal. Then once you select here OK, you will see that the environment here will change. The ribbon will change. So it will becomes uh, family editor. See, this is your in-place editor. Okay, so you are creating a family inside the project. So that is what in-place family is. So once you created that one, okay, that is what you call in-place family. So for example, I'm just going to create a simple family here. So I'll just create an extrusion. I'll just create an extrusion, and then I'm just going to put it just beside here. And then I just select here OK. There you go. Then I select here finish. So that is already my, for example, that's my custom air terminal. So this is an in-place family. Okay, so as you can see, there's no option here load. Okay, you can copy this to another project, but there's no load option. Okay, all right. So this is an example of what? In-place family. So this is an specific family inside your project. So this is an example of in-place. And then if I put here an air terminal beside, so this air terminal, so that is an example of what? Loadable family. Why? Because there is a load family here, and then this can be loaded and reused to your another project. Now, the third type is system family. So this is your dock. So your dock is an example of system family. So these are the three types example of families. So you have the system family, you have the loadable family or component family, and then you also have an example here of an in-place family. Okay? All right, so hope you learned something from that. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'm just going to delete this. Let's further just select all of this, and then I'll just delete that. So and then I'll just going to select the 3D view here. There you go. So let's further explore our model. So for this one, so let's say I'm going to click this. So this one is an example of what? If you answered system family, then you are correct. Okay, so this is an in place, this is a system family. So If I go to the type properties, you can see here that it is a system family. Okay, and then you can see here the type of that family. All right, so now what I'm going to do is let us change our view, or I'm going to change my view to a lighting plan. So I'm going to open the lighting plan. Okay, so this is my, oops, I'm just going to zoom in. So that's the power of this one. Any changes that you made here in the 3D model, it will also affect your floor plan, your section view, and your elevation view. That's the beauty of Revit. Okay, the changes is simultaneous. Okay, so you call that bi-directional associativity. Okay, so for this one, let me select one type of family. So what type of family is this? So if you answer, oh, not that one. So I select this one. Okay, this one. So this is an example of loadable family. Because if I go here, edit type, you see there is no system family here, and then there's an option here, load. Okay, so that is an example of a loadable family. Okay, so this lighting fixture. Okay, so now let us open here our schedules. There's a schedule here, so I'm gonna double click that. Here, any changes that you made here, for example, you selected this and then you delete that one, so it will also be deleted in the whole project. Okay, so this type, right? So if I click this one, and then let's say I click the type B, the type mark B. So if I go to the 3D view and zoom out, you will notice that it's highlighted here, right? So it's highlighted. So this is pretty useful if you want to highlight it. So let's say I click this one, and then you can select here highlight in model. So you can click that, and then it's now highlighted here, right? So it's now highlighted. So which is pretty useful if you do not know what is that particular element in your schedule. So you just need to highlight that in the view. All right. So again, if you want to show all these views that you have open, you can just go to the view tab and then tile views. There you go. And then don't forget to type ZA. Okay, so that it will be zoom extents. So as you can see, if I click the schedule here, okay, so notice that it's being highlighted on the floor plan. It's being highlighted as well in your 3D view. Okay, it's so powerful. So I really like this one. So this is one of the feature that I like in this project, in this software. Okay, so basically that's the topic in this one. So that's our topic. So the different types of families. So what are the different types of families? Just a review. First, we have the system family. Next, we have the loadable family. The third one is we have the in-place family. Okay? So loadable or component family, system families, and in-place family. The component families, also referred to as loadable families, are families that can be loaded in your project or into the another project, and you can create that inside the family editor. The other one is system families. So system families have predefined parameters and graphical representations. Okay, so you cannot create this one and then uh, it is not available as external files for loading into a project. Okay, and then the last type of family is in-place family. This is a special type of component family, and it is specific to the project in which it is created and edited. Okay, so the reason why I'm trying to repeat this one is that this is part of the examination, just in case you're going to take the certified professional examination in Revit, mechanical, architectural, structure, or electrical. All right, so this is our topic about family. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.